Well, hello everybody. Happy Tuesday. Here we are going live in front of the Love of Dragons. My name is Araya Onra, also known as Tana or the Dragon Lady. And I'm excited because I get to have another class today with my new Quantum Flight group. Always love seeing what comes through with that. They blew me away last week with the group sphere on week 1. Some big energies and big stuff happening. And wanted to share is very interesting because I had recalled that I wanted to share this gift that my sons gave me. My birthday was on last week, and I know I don't look any older. Well, my sons know me, and finally this is the first year that they actually motivated to work with my sister to get a gift for me. It's a first ever. They're 13 and 8. It's very exciting. And what they picked out was so in alignment with me, and I thought, isn't this funny, because this is sort of what I'm talking about today. But I want to share it because it goes through all these different dragons, and there's different, 15 different colors, and 4 different modes that it goes through, and I just love this thing. And it sort of fit with the topic, the question that came in today, which was really great, that we all move through different elements of self-doubt and trusting ourselves, trusting our gut and our intuition, and, you know, if what I'm getting in meditation, is it accurate, what's going on with that, so why am I getting different information each time? And this particular question I wanted to address because I want you to be aware of not only the fact of the dragons changing guard or changing out like a tag team with you as guides, but what they're actually doing with and for you. So look at this guy just cycling through all those different dragons. I'm going to hold him here just because he's so fun while I'm talking, and you'll see all the different color schemes he goes through. So when you have dragon guides, a lot of times we have multiple guides at once. There will be one in the forefront and maybe one or more in the background. And they're waiting. They're waiting for the right moment to shift out, to say, all right, you've got everything I can give you right now. We're going to shift out for this guy. And sometimes we're not aware, like that every week or every couple of months. Usually they don't change daily or anything like that. Isn't that fun? LED, this was my birthday gift from my boys last week. Just absolutely loving it. So this is the night light. So turn it on in the room and I get to go to sleep with the dragons, which I do anyway because I have dragons like this all over my walls, all out throughout the house. So anyway, the fact that we have dragon guides and that they change out is something to be aware of, so that you're not thinking you're crazy when you have one show up and then 2 weeks later there's a different one, and then 2 months later there's a different one. Especially if you're new on the path, because when you just start out, you're going to move very quickly. So one of the things about dragons is that they are very efficient. They do not cut corners, they don't shortcut, but they are super efficient, so the work goes very quickly. It becomes a very rapid acceleration towards your higher vibrational states, towards your ascension goal or process, and as that's happening, you're going to move through states very quickly, especially when you start consciously connecting with them and opening. So by the fact that you're intentional, that you're inviting them, and that you're aware, they're going to be able to do a lot more with you. So they are meant to come in and clear out your base level bodies, especially the elementals. So your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body, they are meant to be there to help clear that out. Old traumas, densities of energy that didn't get released all the way or flushed out of your system, things you've been working on through the dream state that still need to move out through the physical and the emotional bodies, and all of that is one of their primary gifts. The other, and I'm going to put this guy down now, we've had a great introduction with him. Not only are they there to clear those densities and bring you new insight, new information, new awareness, and that healing. The healing is the greatest gift they have. But when that healing is complete, as you start dropping these things out of your field and making space for more light, making space to be activated, they are going to come in, and sometimes a higher octave one will come in when you're thinking, I'm not ready for that. And you'll feel like, whoo, zinging in your field. Well, they're coming in to activate things in all of your bodies, even the bodies you're not aware of yet, that they're coming in to activate by just holding a specific frequency bandwidth in your field. Depending on the realm you come from, there may be different dragons that do that better than others for your particular makeup, characteristics, soul signature, your geometry, everything. So when they come in and they're very high vibration and you're like, well, I don't know if I'm quite ready for that, and your body's zinging, and just know that their presence is there to hold and activate and unlock keys and codes within you. So there's a lot of dormant DNA in your field. There's a lot of pieces that are trying to go crystalline, and you might not realize it. You're doing work in your sleep, in your dream state, where things are clearing out and you're working through stuff, and they're guiding you through pieces and helping you remember stuff. You might not remember all the dream state. You might get bits and pieces, so you have a little bit of idea what's going on. But you may remember the presence of certain dragons. You may find a new dragon in your meditation space the next day after being very aware that you had a lot going on the night before. And that is meant to be holding space for your healing, holding space for your release, but also holding space for your activation. Because we have pieces within us that as we unlock our cellular memory, I always like to say the further forward you go vibrationally, the further back you're going to remember. So if you can remember or if you can access this level of vibration that you maybe were here before and now there's a higher octave showing up, that means, ooh, I can access all of my memories that are associated with that level of vibrancy or that level of frequency on the other side. It's always spherical, circular, parabolic, whatever you want to call it. We're moving back into full spherical meet point, and that means both sides are coming forward and back. So be aware as you do that, some of that memory is going to need to be crystallized in your field. It's going to need to be activated by a dragon presence that is there to help you unlock. They may make you aware of what you're unlocking. They may not. They may just be present and let you see who they be. Peridot dragon. There's a great high frequency one from the Middle Earth planes, all about transparency and truth. Peridot dragon shows up. You're going to feel things unlocking within you where you're aware of a deeper level of truth that you haven't seen in yourself before. And you're going to allow yourself to be more transparent as you work with that dragon, with other people. How can I be more transparent in my heart? How can I be more available and aware energetically, emotionally from that heart space as I allow my vulnerability, my transparency to be very present? So just being aware, I thought it was a great question that came in. It was during a session because some of us have a lot of doubt. A lot of us have things in our past that not necessarily from this lifetime, but this time we'll have a pattern of it. But it may go back to soul level and multiple incarnations working through it where we've done something that put us into a space of now I doubt myself. I used my power, I used my wisdom, I used something to make a choice point, and it went awry. It was not a good outcome. So then we have this seed of doubt come in. And what does doubt do? It allows us to drop vibrationally. It allows us to drop into the density of 3D or working towards it. So you may have had multiple lifetimes where doubt got seeded and then fed a little bit more and then fed a little bit more. And maybe that's what you're working through this time, to overcome that, to find that trust in yourself again. So when you're getting whatever information you're getting in your meditations, just start allowing yourself to trust it and see the next step. Even if you're getting conflicting or differing information daily, there's a reason for it and it's unlocking pieces. So I wanted you to just be aware with the dragons, they may be a changing of the guard. I constantly have seen where in dragon readings in particular with people, those are the ones that are short 20-minute readings on my booking calendar, that when you go in, and we go in and we get a quick read, I've seen up to 12 in one person's field. Often I see one at the forefront. This is the one that's working with them now, and they're letting me know this is what's lined up next. This is what's coming. Maybe 3-4 months down the road, and then another jaunt after that, maybe 6-8 weeks after that, that these are the ones stacked up that are ready to work with you. They're showing you this is the direction you're heading, this is where you're moving. So trust that. Obviously, if you ever have questions or you want to get more clarity because you don't feel like your skills are honed in yet to really get that that sense or that feel or that information or that knowing, that's what I do. So the booking calendar is on the Book Now button at the homepage of dragonwithin.com or invokehealing.com. And you'll see all the potentials. There's free discovery calls there if you have no idea which direction to go and want some insight. It's not a reading, but it is information and a chance to connect energetically and go, yeah, you are a great fit for me energetically and I want to work with you, or gosh, this felt really awkward and weird energetically and it's not great. That's discovery calls are great for that. And maybe that'll lead to a full reading or a dragon reading or knowing about a class or knowing about some meditations you didn't know about before. Yeah, absolutely, Elodie. The meditations do help a lot to be guided, and those are on the site as well under the meditations tab to find guided meditations where my voice leading you through an actual experience with particular dragons that are meant to unlock specific things. The beautiful thing about those is they're not a one-off. Every time you listen to it, you're going to get another level of comprehension or perspective point or a deeper level of healing. So always go back to those. If you've purchased those in the past and they're sitting in your download files, go back into them. Use them again. Even the Calling in Your Dragon one, that's free. There's Calling in Your Dragon free on the site. So use those as many times as you can. I tell everyone that's done any of my book clubs or programs, go back in. The meditations are the most powerful energetic shift point in those programs and book club. Yeah, the mental information's great. We feed a lot of the mental body to really like gain consciousness, gain awareness, get another perspective point, really see something shift and go, oh my gosh, I hadn't even seen that, all just clicked in for me. We got to keep the mind happy because it's going along for the journey as well. It's expanding as well. But beyond that, allowing the meditation work, the energetic work is where the keys happen, where everything with the dragons really unlocks and unfolds. So going back and using those, maybe you've been in a book club and you haven't tapped in a while, go back and listen to those 6 meditations again from those 6 weeks. They're powerful and they're useful, and you might be ready for another layer even of the discussion. Always more layers as we keep advancing. It's really exciting. I guess since I'm talking so much about what's on the site, I do want to mention canvas prints are going to be buy one, get one half off. Everything that's in stock between now and Christmas, as are the Christmas cards and dragon ornaments. I love these guys. I have them in my window. I have a bay window to my backyard. That I've got plants in, but I've got dragons in every window that are my Christmas ornaments that I just keep year round because I love them. And they're so beautiful. And the baby dragons are on my desktop. Those are all going to be 20% off. But anything Christmas is 20% off between now and Christmas of everything that's in stock. And when they're out, and not going to be getting more in stock, obviously, until potentially the next year. But I just had a big order come in, excited to ship that out and see these little Christmas dragons go on their way. But I posted in the group, so look in the group. The canvas art coupon code to get the canvases, buy one, get one half off, is in the descriptor here. If you go into the group, the Christmas one is Dragon 20. So anything Christmas, if you put Dragon 20, you're going to get 20% off of it. Super exciting. So if you've been thinking about Christmas cards, you know what? I love going back to the old-fashioned handwritten, get something in the mail cards. Everything's text and email, and it loses a little personal touch for me of when I get a card in the mail, and I know I feel that in my heart because I got some birthday cards last week, that it's just so fun to receive something in the mail. And the digital cards are great too, but I don't know, there's something really great about going back to old school of actually getting something in the mail. So if that inspires you and you're thinking, you know what, maybe I'm going to send some dragons out this year. The Christmas line of dragons is to just check them out. Go to the site, go to dragonwithin.com/lair, L-A-I-R, and look up Christmas. There's a whole tab on just Christmas stuff. All right, so with that, trust yourself. Move out of that self-doubt. Let the dragons show up as and when they are ready to work with you. And be excited that you're getting a rainbow of shift and that they are just like those. I always think of the WWF wrestlers. I don't know why when I think of tag team, because they go and tag out for another one to come in, and they're the big boys, they're the hefties, just like the dragons. And you can go tag team and get the next layer of work, the fresh blood, the fresh vibration, the fresh frequency in your field, and that's how they're working with you. So enjoy the work, dive into it, and let that self-doubt move out. Start really trusting yourself. And if you need a little vote of confirmation, if you need that little boost, maybe do your own little insight and then sign up for a reading. See what I say and see how it aligns so that you get those confirmation points. They're really helpful on our journey. I had someone in my journey early on that was able to give me those confirmation points when I was testing out information that I was picking up from rocks and arrowheads and different things. And it's very helpful to have that little confirmation voice coming in saying, yep, you're right on track. Keep going. Keep trusting it. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Trust yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.